I'm Chef Mark Crawford, welcoming you back to Terrific Taste. On the menu today, lemon chiffon pancakes with blackberry maple syrup. So I start off with my ingredients already mixed together. I'm adding a little more flour because I'm noticing that it's that the batter's a little too loose, and I still have to add in the sour cream and the lemon juice, so it's only going to be a lot thinner. So I just want to add a little more flour. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Then I'm going to come in with about a half a cup of sour cream. The sour cream is going to make the chiffon or the fluffiness for that as well. Next, you'll see me use my whisk to just make sure I incorporate all these, the lemon juice, the sour cream, all this together along with the flour that I put in there. Let that whisk up really nicely, and then I'm going to add my lemon zest. Once I add my lemon zest, I'll give it another quick toss to make sure that lemon zest gets in. And once I do that, whenever I make pancake batter, I let it sit out at room temperature for a good 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, just to let it stiffen a little bit. And to me, it tends to add to the fluffiness of your cake. So in I go with the zest now, you'll see that, and then I'll fold it, and then I'll let it sit aside, and then we're gonna go on to making the blackberry maple syrup. So on to the blackberry maple syrup. You can use fresh or you can use frozen berries, it doesn't really matter. Of course, if you want the best product, you want to use fresh. It's pretty good to use the frozen ones as well, because all you're going to do is kind of make a preserve pretty much. So I start off with my brown sugar. I'm just going to let that get a little heated. You'll see a little corner get hot. As soon as that goes, I'm going to throw my balsamic and my water in. I'm going to let this reduce and incorporate, let all that sugar get in there. I'll stir it a little bit just with a spoon, just to get that nice little coating that I like. And then I'll go on with my next ingredient. See, it's starting to bubble up immediately. Let that go. At this point, you can throw herbs in if you wanted to. I decided not to on this one. But now, there we go. I go in with my fresh berries. I'm going to let those now incorporate. And then what you'll see me do last is add my maple syrup and let that thicken up. What you'll see me do next is just transfer this straight out of my pan or my sauce pot straight into a metal container. I'm gonna use this. I'll use this for toast. I'll use it for jam. I'll use it for everything. But now onto the pancakes. I've already let my batter sit out, and I'm only gonna show you guys one. You know how to do pancakes by now. You've seen me do them a couple of times, and I'm sure you've done them plenty of times. Enough oil in the pan so that it doesn't, so your pancake doesn't stick to the pan. And then you just literally want to see those bubbles come in the middle of it. That's when you know, once it starts bubbling in the middle, you know that cake is ready to flip. You could try to do the flip thing if you wish. It doesn't always work, especially on the first one that the pan's not really greased enough for it. So I tend not to try to do the flapjacks and try to flip them and all that other stuff. I don't waste my time doing it. I'll just use my spatula, and I'll either use the fish spat, metal spat, rubber spat, depends on what you want. But all I'm doing is making sure all of my edges are nice and blistered. I love a blister edge on the pancake. It's always tasty to me. It's like the little extra something, kind of holds the butter and everything else. That's the whole science behind it for me. But again, I'm just letting that go. Now I'm gonna see that. And then I'll just push that batter that's up top. All I'm gonna do is push that back into the cake and incorporate it into the whole thing. This other side, I normally will flip about 45 seconds into doing the cake, because I just want to see what it looks like on the bottom. Sometimes you get those where it's too hot and it burns and then you ruin the whole cake. So I just want to flip it. As soon as I flip it and see what it is, I'm going to flip it right back and let it finish cooking on that side. And that's it. I'm going to do, for this presentation, we'll do about 5 or 6 of these cakes and stack them up together, because I think it'll just be a better picture and a better look. But you're going to eat 1 or 2 cakes at a time. That's it. I'm putting this on a paper lined plate and go from there. So the first one we did was lemon chiffon pancakes. You have your lemon chiffon. That's literally just the sour cream and the lemon whipped into the from scratch pancake batter. I did a berry compote and a balsamic reduction. I'll add that to the menu as well. But just a beautiful plating. I sprinkled some sugar on the top, just for presentation and for added taste. And there you have it. Lemon chiffon pancakes with berry compote. Once again, Chef Mark saying thank you for joining us today.